Welcome to the AICA conference in New York City. I'm Jane King. With me is Bob Marcotte, the president of Gladstone Capital, a BDC.
A BDC.
The BDC. And you've been doing this for quite some time, right? When did you start in BDCs?
Essentially 2001, but I've been running this platform since 2014.
And it was really interesting how you explained how really they're a creation of legislation, correct?
It was an idea of infusing capital into the lower middle market, creating a pass-through vehicle like a REIT so that the maximum amount of income that came off of the loans and investments went for the underlying investors. And that could only happen if there was the tax regime created in Washington. So it essentially became a small sibling of the REIT movement. And so when I describe it to folks learning, it's essentially a REIT that invests in loans and businesses.
What's interesting to me is that a business can go to a bank or they can raise capital this way, would be another alternative, right?
Yes. I would say the difference is after the great financial recession in 07 and 08 and the reform of the bank regulations, the banks were strongly discouraged from taking some of the risks in the marketplace in financing transactions and buyouts and leverage.
Okay.
And so they were discouraged. They then withdrew a lot of the people resources, the line managers, the investment decision. It became very internally focused. So the lines, the people that make decisions, that meet with the potential customers, meet with the businesses, and make those decisions, no longer have the authority to make those kind of decisions. So the ability for companies to find debt investors that understand their business, that have experience, that can make decisions without spending weeks in committees and chains of command, it kind of was withdrawn from the bank marketplace. So today, the vast majority of those smaller businesses may not have a bank in their market to serve their needs, which really is the opportunity and why, in many cases, the BDC market has grown as much as it has.
Yeah, I mean, it really has just grown so much in the past few years, especially.
When folks are seeing, monthly or quarterly dividends that, are 8, 10, 12, 14%, it's pretty compelling.
It's pretty attractive.
It's pretty compelling. Sure. And so, it's attracted a lot of capital.
Now, do you find, I guess that's the main reason why people are interested, is there a particular investor, retiree, or something that this is more suited, more appropriate for?
I think about diversity. I do think that there are risk profiles. There's dividend stocks, there's REITs, there's BDCs. The risk profile of those companies are very different. So diversity matters. I will say that when you look at a BDC, it's a low leverage vehicle. It provides a lot of current income. It is not going to provide capital gains for the most part. It's basically paying it out. So it does fit well within the retiree fixed income supplement type of situation. But I would strongly encourage that it should be a part of a diversity. I mean, there are times while BDCs pay good dividends, BDCs are typically owned by retail and they may be more volatile. And so if there's a bad story in the press and the stock price may go down because none of the retail want to buy it. Doesn't have its large and institutional holding. Yeah. And so they're not coming in and buying when the retail is pulling out. So the volatility of the stock may be a little higher, even if the dividend is consistent. So you will get a dividend, but depending on the liquidity that you may need, it may not be an optimum time to sell. So it needs to be part of a diversity, and liquidity may not be the best option in a BDC at a given time.
Okay. All things to consider.
Right.
If you're thinking about investing in a BDC. And finally, you're publicly traded, right?
Yep.
Gladstone. Okay. Where can people find these, learn more about them, ticker symbols?
Ticker symbol is GLAD. That's a very easy one. And GladstoneCapital.com is got all everything from our portfolio to our people to our history and track record and our strategy. So I would encourage people, there's a very good investor presentation there that hopefully give you a sense of the business, why we do it, how we do it, and why we think we're a good place to put your money.
Okay, Bob, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.